Hello everyone, hello! We are about to step into our next dungeon, which is Haukke Manor. So let's go over here. Once used by seed seers as a place for spiritual reflection and meditation, Haukke Manor was long frowned upon by the people of Gridania as a symbol of excess. After years of protests, the building was finally sold to a wealthy wildwood illusion by the name of Lady Amandine. While little is known of the lady, it is said that she was exceptionally vain, and that to maintain her impeccable beauty, she would spare no expense. From facial creams concocted from rare Corthan honeys to shampoos derived from the milk of exotic furbles. Her daily ritual of beauty treatments escalated until it was rumored that she was bathing in the blood of her virgin maidservants. No amount of man-made tinctures, however, could hide the hideous scars that she eventually suffered during the calamity, and soon she was forced to turn to a darker solution, signing away her very soul in an effort to literally save face. Alright, Haukke Manor. We're going to bring our trusty squad here of Scion, Conjurer, Thaumaturge, and Lancer. I'm back. Jeremy, thanks for coming to hang out for a bit. Oh yes, the first where the fuck do I go dungeon. So, when I first played FF14, Haukke Manor was my favorite dungeon for a long time. I wouldn't say it's a particularly great dungeon, but I always liked it. How did this guy get threat on that? Well, I don't know. I think tank stance turned off. Maybe we never wrong. I don't know. Give yourself a little surprise. So anyway, you want to come into this first room and grab this tiny key. And that's actually the only optional key you need to get. Not optional, but the only optional side room that you actually have to go into. There's a bunch of side rooms that you can go into, and we may explore them just to show you, but not really a requirement. I wonder what their priority list is when they, and how they determine which of these guys they're gonna kill first. Because they're all going after that one. I mean, these mana maidservants, if you leave them alive too long, they start to do an AoE around themselves. That you almost saw. All it does is cast a big fear on people. Otherwise, it's not really worth worrying about. There's a gun there. I mean, you don't even need to come into this room. You can ignore it. You think it's a really good Realm Reborn dungeon, but it's nothing compared to the dungeons we've had in the last couple of expansions. I mean, I talked about this yesterday when I, or Wednesday when I did Thousand Miles of Totoro, in that it's really sad to see the neutering of the dungeon that happened in the terms of the way it happened. Though I understand why it happened, and I'm glad they got rid of the slime floor, because the slime floor was awful. Anyway, you needed that key to unlock this door. But having every dungeon essentially be the same is not great. FF14 dungeons have all been gorgeous to look at, that's without a doubt, but it's just big pull the boss, big pull the boss, big pull the boss stuff. Alright, so like I said, we don't actually have to go into any of these other side rooms, but, you know, there's some good treasure in there, and we might get some items for our right side here, which is also worth doing, so I'll grab them while I can. Like, Thousand Miles of Totoro is probably my least liked dungeon in the game, but it did have some personality to it. And that's exactly why they're designed the way they are. It is because people have to just run them, and only them. A pot of fine wax, I don't want that. Oh, we got a group of 4 this time. I did Mythic 0, and they were trying to convince me that they were super fun, but honestly, the whole experience just sounds and feels miserable to me. Healer cannot keep up. No, the target is, I'm not even gonna go. Yeah, we did the knock offensive on Mythic, and I don't remember which one we did on Mythic +2, but yeah, they weren't that fun. The Manor Sentry, look at this guy. Just run behind him when he does that. Oh, you do kill this one. Alright. He fucked off. Alright, before we go fight that, I'm just gonna go open this door, because may as well, we got the key. Pug experience is awful. You're gonna try and get the keystone experience. Master on the dragon completely without pugging. You get too annoyed by the carry leaders. People join a +2 key from the new player and crush it for +3 because they needed crush. Then they do the same for +5. And it's now got a +8 key. The leader just dies on every pull because he's 40 levels below, doing a +8. Yeah, +2, like, +2 wasn't that bad, but it just seems like a miserable experience just doing that over and over and over again. Like, I don't really enjoy that even in, like, Diablo, which is, like, the core Diablo rotation of gear. Look at that, got some new gear. These ones even have little toe. Hang on, there's gotta be better light here somewhere. Here, I don't know if you can see that, but they got little toes on them. X would hate those. Alright, Manor Claviger. Claviger? She's not too bad. She's got Sweet Steel, which I somehow just dodged, which is a cool little energy wave attack. Lightning Earth Strike! She's got Void Fire 2, which I can interrupt. This person's gonna LB immediately, because... I could stun her, but I'm not going to. Because I wanted to stun that. I don't know why they didn't just immediately move back in, or end up being pointless anyway, but... You hope we never get timed or a fixed dungeon. Well, I mean, technically all our dungeons are timed, just not in the way that WoW does. I actually want them to do away with I got a hat, a manor array. All right, that's for caster. You don't need to be obscenely hard to have good content. Yeah. Well, I want to see them do away with the actual time limit in 8-man raids at the very least. Like, I get why they were there initially, because server load and whatnot, but... like, people are just going to be jumping in and out anyway, for the most part, so... it's not really solving a problem. Like Duty Finder, okay, that's fine. Leave it on there for there. But for groups that go in there, like, on their own, get rid of it. Doesn't need to be there. Yeah. That's one change I would love to see, though, is for content that you group into with a pre-made group, no timer. It doesn't need to be there. And if there's a technical reason on why you need a timer for party-made runs, make it like 24 hours. Yeah, make it so obscene that it really doesn't matter. Anyway, going to that side room got me some boots, so ended up being not too bad overall. I keep watching behind me, guys, because there are patrolling manor maid servants that come through. I don't remember if one comes through this particular spot, but I think we may have already killed that one. But there is another one that does appear at that back corner, so... there she is, right there. Okay, she doesn't come all the way up here. Oh, she turns around, but I'm gonna get her now. That's what you could unlock the ability to skip. Yeah, I agree. Skipping the door boss would make me very happy. Assuming you've done it. As long as you've done it, then you can just queue back in for that lockout. Yeah. If it resets by week, whatever. As long as it for that lockout, you're fine. Then why do you keep giving me intelligence gear, game? I don't need that shit. There's 2 tiny keys in here. I'm doing a lot of the side rooms in this dungeon, guys. You don't have to do a lot of these. You really only just need 1 tiny key, which I use on that first gate for the lower levels here. But they give you a bunch just so you can't really lock yourself out or have to backtrack too much. Protein shake here. I remember a while back they were toying with the idea of making pre-made 24-man hard mode versions. I'm not sure why they never went through with it, but I'm also kind of in a way glad that they never went through with it, because that's a lot of people. And getting fucking 7 people to show up on time has been a struggle. Sorry guys, just grabbing my drink here. You're not managing 20+ man raids ever again? I mean, understandably. Yeah. Another 4 monster pull. Into doing a 10-man for you. The group name is the Potato Patch. Oh, very fitting. Got him. Here's one of the 2 keys that I had. All it does is give us a treasure coffer with Manor chasuses. I don't know, chausus. Again, I'm more intelligence gear. I think the game is confused as to what class I'm playing, or trying to tell me something. One of the two. Oh well, I did get 1 piece of gear for my class here, so it's not a complete bust. Yeah, here's the yellow key we're looking for. So guys, those of you that are viewing this, like I said, you don't have to go into any of those cells. As long as you have one key when you're coming down the stairs, all you gotta do is fight your way around and open this door with it. That's it. And if you do need other keys, there are other keys in here. And in other areas of the dungeon. Most groups will not do these side rooms, so if you're running with other people, randos in particular. Back in the day, they used to run them because killing everything got you more EXP. Basic enemies in this don't give you EXP. I'm not even sure the bosses do anymore. They might just end everything, dump everything at the end of the dungeon, but if bosses might. Alright, so yellow key opens up the Carnation door. And we got two bosses. We got a Manor Steward and a Manor Jester. We want to go after the Manor Jester first. Oh, they just LP both of them. Interesting. Unfortunately, our NPCs are going after the Steward first, probably because I pulled it. I could stun that, but I wasn't prepared for it, so... They're still gonna run out of it, not do anything for 5 seconds anyway. And the cast time on Blizzard is so fast that I couldn't interject even though I pushed it the moment I saw it. We're gonna put up ice spikes, not much I can do about that. It's gonna do some damage to me as I hit it. Some of the content later in the game, if you hit something while it has ice spikes up, it'll fucking kill you. Ice spikes is an ability that made its first appearance in FF11, I think. Ooh, ethereal sphere earrings. Are those any good? No, because I don't need earrings because I have this. The Azama's earrings. Okay, so one big note, the difference here is this bloody parchment. You pick it up. Hey, get out of my way. Thank you. You got a single slip of bloody parchment, and that should go into your key items, I think. Yeah. The arcane text scrawled upon this page appears to have been written in blood. Could it be the clue to breaking the area's sealed barrier? This ethereal flow, it never used to appear here. What you'd have to do is go into your teleport menu in the bottom right and hit return. And that would teleport you back to the beginning of the dungeon. And everyone would do that. But if you're a new player, a lot of players wouldn't tell you how to do that. There's a very good chance that up to this point, you'd never even thought of using the return spell or knew that it was a thing. Okay. So normally, most groups will not go down this hallway. There's almost no reason to do so. Almost. But if you do go down here, and you have one key, if you gathered every key in the dungeon up to this point, there is another door just over here. You can see downstairs too. And in this room are some more enemies. Empty room. And a treasure chest. Problem is, these servitor lanterns all spread out, so you can't really AoE them, but they're not going to anyway, these guys, so. It looks like they're just gonna take out the lanterns first. Whatever. So that treasure coffer was one of the reasons people would come in here, and that treasure coffer usually contained, I think, another pot of wax, which was used to make some decent stuff back in the day. Now, it gives you a weapon. In this case, it gave me a 10-finger tall staff, which is a weapon for thaumaturge. Which might come in handy later. And now we gotta kill this manor sentry. So most of this dungeon was relatively the same. It doesn't feel like they changed anything for it. A lot of the Realm Reborn stuff got modified in some way. Alright, so this guy's gonna be doing this. Alright, hang on a sec, guys. It looks like my camera is back to being absolute crap again, so. That didn't help. Nope. Helped a little. Okay, helped a little. Okay. And I guess we gotta go back to the green screen. There. Best I can do. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Here's the final boss, Lady Amandine. She is interesting. Okay. Void call. Okay, this is different. Doesn't look like we can do anything about that. I gotta look away from it, right? Makes sense. Sorry, I saw in that minute what was going on. I killed the sentry. The handmaiden. Void Call. Okay, we got another one of these dudes. Oh, we're seduced. The objective here is just to look away afterwards. There we go. Tank Buster. The Void Thunder 3 was interesting back in the day. It was still a tank buster. It hits really hard, but you could completely nullify it just by running through it. Just be on the other side of her and you could avoid it. You look away. Dark Mist. So she just continually summons void things in this version. The fight is vastly different than what it was. In 2 seconds, but you want to look away once it's done. There you go. Okay. Oh, stretch. We did it, team. And I got a Manor Elmo for that. Alright, let's see this Manor Elmo. The fuck is a Manor Elmo? Is it a hat? What is? Okay, so this is the Manor Elmo. It doesn't have a visor that I can mess with, so... Yeah, we're gonna take that off because... don't like the look of it. I got Unbreakable Knuckles, which is a weapon for a pugilist. Alright. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Eidolon chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task is now accomplished. We take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. Alright. And so we began, so shall we take a break? Don't go anywhere. We got more FF14 for you.